Have you ever seen someone toss a soldier's bronze star like it was trash? I did. And it wasn't just any soldier. It was my brother, a war hero. Karen, the neighborhood queen of complaints, grabbed his medal and threw it into the street while locking eyes with me. But what she didn't know, she just committed a federal offense, and we had it all on camera. I'll never forget Karen tossing my brother's medal. She got sued for it. You ever see someone do something so cold, so jaw-droppingly disrespectful that your body just goes numb before your brain even catches up? That was me, standing there, mouth half open, when Karen, yes, that Karen, tossed my brother's bronze star into the street like it was a gum wrapper. Not dropped, not fumbled, tossed, deliberate, cruel eyes locked with mine like she wanted me to watch it bounce. Let me back up a sec. I'm Trey, 29, born and raised in this little patch of suburbia just outside Fort Braddock. Folks here mow their lawns in diagonal stripes and argue about mailbox height like it's a constitutional issue. My older brother, Malik, Staff Sergeant Malik Daniels, is a war hero. And I mean that literally. 3 tours, 1 IED, a leg lost, but somehow his sense of humor survived. He came home tougher, quieter, and way more patient than I'll ever be. And Karen moved in the street a year ago right after her divorce settlement. She came with a purebred Pomeranian, a freshly printed stack of HOA rules, and an attitude like she ran the whole zip code. First weekend, she told Malik his ramp was visually disruptive. That was her opener. It only escalated from there. She'd file noise complaints if we laughed on the porch past 8 p.m. She left nasty notes about our flag size. At one point, she took pictures of Malik's wheelchair-accessible van and claimed it was a commercial vehicle. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for the Saturday of the block party. It was just a quiet little gathering. Barbecue, few folding chairs, neighbors finally unwinding after a rough year. Malik had been invited to say a few words, maybe share a story. Someone even set up a little table with his medals and framed photo from the base. The kind of stuff that usually earns respect. A handshake. Maybe even a teary thank you. Karen stormed over like she'd smelled fire. "You cannot set up propaganda displays on communal lawn space," she snapped, her voice slicing through the music like a blade. "Take this military theater elsewhere." Everyone went silent. Even the kids froze mid some more. Malik stood up slowly. He still had one good leg and a spine full of dignity. "This is my yard," he said, calm but clear. "That's not communal, it's mine." Karen rolled her eyes. "Don't start with me," she spat. "I know how you people work. You people." I moved forward. Malik held up a hand. "Let it go, Trey." And for a second, I thought she would, but instead, Karen reached for the table, snatched the bronze star, his bronze star, held it up like it was cursed, and flung it into the gutter. The clang it made on the asphalt still rings in my ears. My brother just stood there. He didn't yell. He didn't chase. He looked at the spot it landed, then at her, and said something I'll never forget. "You just bought yourself a lawsuit." She laughed. "Oh, please, you gonna sue me for hurting your feelings?" "Nah, lady. We sued you for destruction of property, defamation, and emotional distress. And we had every second of it on camera. See, turns out, one of the kids across the street, little Micah, had a drone camera going. You was trying to get aerial footage of the barbecue for a school project. That drone caught everything. Her walk up, the insult, the toss. It went viral before we even filed. A local vet advocacy group picked it up. Then the news, and by the time Karen served court papers, she was already a meme. Medal toss Karen plastered across Twitter with gifs of her throw syncs to NFL highlights. But the real kicker,
Turns out Malik's medal wasn't just ceremonial. It had been registered with the Department of Defense as part of a post-service honor program, which meant legally it was classified government-issued property. Destroying it? Federal offense. Her smug smile finally cracked at the deposition. I wish you could have seen the courtroom. Her lawyer tried to paint her as misunderstood, as someone concerned about neighborhood cohesion. But when they played that drone footage and then brought in Malik, suited up, his prosthetic leg polished, his testimony calm but firm, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. She was found liable on every count, ordered to damages, issue a formal apology, and attend sensitivity training under court supervision. Her house? She sold it 3 months later. Couldn't handle the stairs. Couldn't handle the Google results when you searched her name. And Malik, he donated the court settlement to a local veteran job training center and bought Micah a brand new drone. I asked him once, months later, if he regretted not reacting in the moment. He just smiled. I fought overseas for peace. I'm not going to lose it to someone who never earned the right to disrespect it. So yeah, I'll never forget the moment Karen tossed that medal, but I'll also never forget the sound of the judge slamming that gavel and saying, "The court sides with the veteran." You know what I mean? Now it's your turn. Do you think Karen got what she deserved? Where's the line between freedom of expression and hate in disguise? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was justice served or not? Karen didn't just lose the lawsuit. She lost the neighborhood, her house, and her reputation. Malik, he turned that pain into purpose, helping other veterans and gifting that kid Micah a brand new drone. Because real heroes don't need to scream. They stand tall in silence. So what about you? Do you think Karen got what she deserved? Where's the line between free speech and pure disrespect? Drop your thoughts below, because sometimes the loudest justice comes from the quietest heroes.